Dr. Finlay's Casebook. Adapted for radio from the television series based on the characters created by A.J. Cronin, with Andrew Cruickshank as Dr. Cameron, Barbara Mullen as Janet, and Bill Simpson as Dr. Finlay. This week, The Comical Lad by Elwyn Jones, adapted for radio by Pat Dunlop.
There, now. That'll keep your hand clean and dry for a bit, Mrs. Laker. I'm afraid you're going to have to stay away from water for a bit.
Not do the washing, do you mean, Dr. Finlay?
Otherwise it'll not get better.
But, Doctor, my customers...
Oh, they'll be able to manage by themselves for a fortnight.
Aye, well able. But they won't. They'll go elsewhere.
Well, if you carry on, they'll have to go elsewhere for good. Now, surely it's better to stop now for 2 weeks than have to stop altogether.
Do you mean just the one hand or both?
No, it's just the left hand that's affected right now. You come in each night and I'll dress it for you.
All right, Doctor. I will.
And keep it dry. And well away from caustics. Give it a chance to heal.
Yes, Dr. Finlay. Thank you. Good night.
Good. Were you the last?
There was nobody else in the waiting room.
Ah, good. Good night, Mrs. Laker. Come in.
Are you ready for me now?
Oh. I thought my last patient had gone.
She has, that's why I knocked.
It's just as well you did. Otherwise, you'd have been left there. Right, sit yourself down. You're a new patient, aren't you?
Yes, Doctor, in a way.
How do you mean, in a way?
I'm on leave from the army. Special leave. A confidential matter.
Oh, yes. And what was it you wanted to see me about?
It's about this cut on my leg.
Ah, yes.
It was a bayonet. Oh, it's only a graze, really, but I thought I should have it seen to.
What, didn't the army do that?
Oh, yes. Splendid medical attention we get in the service. Fine, first class. But it's been a wee while since I saw them, and I thought I'd better see a doctor.
Ah, right. Let's have a look, then.
It's the left leg. There. Healing well, is it, Doctor?
There's no more than a scratch. You say a bayonet did this?
That's right. Only a glancing blow.
Are you sure it touched you?
How do you mean? Oh, I see. Well, I told them they were making a big fuss about nothing.
All right, well, now that you're here, I may as well touch it up. A dab of iodine and a wee bit of plaster should see you through. Just sit down now, will you? Hold up your leg.
Ow!
Oh, all right. That'll be fine now.
Fighting fit, eh?
All right.
We have to be, you know, as soldiers all the time. You never know when there's going to be an emergency.
Yeah, it's the same with doctors. Can I have your name, please?
Marshall. Henry Marshall.
Name, rank, and number.
Eh? What? Oh, sorry, sir. Private Marshall H. 23507. Oh, sorry. You startled me and I got it wrong. Marshall H. 23507. Corporal, sir.
And what are you doing here? I don't know any marshals in Tannock Bray.
But there aren't any, Doctor. I'm staying with the Stoll family in High Cross Road.
The Stolls?
You know them?
No. The Stolls are... what, are they relatives of yours?
No, their son... I knew him. Chummed up with him, you might say. I promised I'd call on his family.
Ah, I see. Aye, well, nice to have met you.
Thank you. How much do I owe you?
What, for a dab of iodine?
And your time. I understand that in these parts, 5 shillings is appropriate.
Well, it has been charged, yes.
Then 5 shillings it is. There.
Now, are you sure you can...
Well, in the King's service, Doctor, we pay. Good night.
You are out of favour, Dr. Finlay. I have been patiently waiting for my supper for half an hour or more.
Oh, sorry, Dr. Cameron.
Janet is embarking on an adventure. She is concocting some dish which has to be calculated to the very second. And she will not take it out of the oven until our modest and, I hope, nourishing soup has been consumed. Kindly ring the bell. Why are you so late?
New patient.
You are excused. The lists need filling out.
Well, this one won't help. He's transient.
Pity.
But he did pay cash.
Really? That is an achievement in itself.
Dr. Cameron, Dr. Finlay, you have 2 minutes to sup this up.
That's so, Janet. And if I choose to take 5...
Then you will have nothing to follow.
I deserve that, I suppose.
You should worry. When she hears about Mrs. Laker, it'll get much worse.
Mrs. Laker?
Yes. You depend on her a great deal.
I do?
like to sleep in clean sheets, don't you?
I fail to see...
Mrs. Laker washes them.
Oh.
And has done since her husband died 12 years ago. She told me that Janet was one of the first to employ her.
I am perfectly aware of that.
You have finished, haven't you?
Yes, thank you.
I have not.
30 seconds.
Didn't you hear me, woman? This is tyranny. Complete tyranny. My soup snatched away.
I hope you will be well compensated. You are to begin it at once.
Oh, boy. That looks delicious, Janet.
It is what they call an omelette souffle.
Plain home fare is what I am accustomed to.
Bon appetit.
Come now, let me see. Oh, damn. I've spilt the peas.
Leave it, man, leave it. Let not this masterpiece be wasted.
Night it was, McInnes. So black you couldn't see the faces, even if you wanted to. Inch by inch we crawled, on and on for miles.
Your elbows must have been sore.
Aye, McInnes, the way. Red raw. I never thought we'd come to the end of it.
The scrub.
Aye, but we did. We eventually come to some woods. And suddenly, one of them sprung out at me. 6 foot he must have been, and black as the ace of spades. In his hand he'd a bayonet, longer than ours, and twice as sharp.
Did you get him?
Aye, but not before he got me. In the leg it was. Hold on, I'll show you.
Oh, looks real serious, that.
Oh, it's not so bad now. Healed quite a bit since then. We'll have a drink then, eh?
Oh, no, let me. I enjoyed that. Over here, boy. It's my round. 3 of the best. And when are you due back, Henry?
Next week, the 16th.
As soon as that. How long have you been in now?
18 months.
18 months, eh? And a corporal already?
Oh, not for long. There's been talk of a commission. As soon as I get back to Basutoland, I'll be a captain at least.
A captain? Oh, there's no holding the boy. Hey, lads. Here's to you, Captain.
Good health, McInnes.
Thank you, Janet. That was so good, I'm almost reconciled to eating on a timetable more strict than the Caledonian Railway.
Oh, almost.
From Dr. Cameron, Janet, that is praise indeed.
Then we won't worry about the peas on the cloth. I'll slip round to Mary Laker in the morning.
Oh, I wouldn't, Janet. Not unless you're prepared to wait a fortnight or more.
A fortnight?
Yes, she won't be doing any washing until then. She's had a bad cut on her hand.
That's strange, Dr. Finlay. She's taken the bundle as usual this evening.
Oh, did you see her?
No, Doctor. I was busy with the supper.
It seems, Dr. Finlay, that Mrs. Laker intends to ignore your advice.
Dr. Finlay, the tablecloth would be a good excuse to call on Mrs. Laker tomorrow. Would it be of some help if I were to...
Well, I don't know, Janet.
Let her, man. The woman has to be made to follow medical advice. No washing. It'll need someone who is persuasive. Someone who speaks with authority.
Mary Laker, you are here. Thank goodness I found you at home.
Was there something missing in the washing?
Oh, no. It was just that I wanted to catch you before you started the next lot. Another tablecloth, spilt on by one of the doctors. Strange. They're so precise in their work, and so clumsy the rest of the time. How's the hand?
Is that really why you're here?
Are you keeping it dry like the doctor told you?
Of course I'm keeping it dry.
Then, Mary, would you mind telling me how?
I've someone in to help me. Mrs. McPhee.
McPhee.
She's new to the town.
Is she now? Well, then I must meet her. May I go in?
No. We've a lot to do, and I'm very...
Mrs. McPhee. Mary, you and I have been friends for a long time. There is no Mrs. McPhee, is there?
Of help, I tell you.
Oh, then show me your hand.
All right. There. See? Dry as a bone. Now, if you're quite satisfied,
Show
I'll get...
me the other. Oh, Mary Laker, you are impossible. Now, just let me in there. Oh, I thought as much. You've been trying to do the washing with one hand.
It's better than none at all. Isn't that what they say?
3 are better than 1. Just let me get my coat off.
But you can't do the washing for me.
And why not? Off we go. Damp and fold the small things you can manage with one hand. On with you. I'll not be able to stay above the hour. there's the doctor's lunch to prepare. Ah, well, they can't expect souffle omelette every day in the week.
This has been hastily prepared, Janet. Indeed, were I not in my own house, I would think that it came from a tin.
I'm sorry, Dr. Cameron.
Oh, do not upset yourself on my account. Dr. Finlay seems content enough.
Aye, it's very good.
No, I agree with Dr. Cameron. It is not up to standard. I'm sorry.
I said you were not to upset yourself. I take it you were back late from Mrs. Laker's.
Aye.
Oh, was your visit a success, Janet?
Her hand has been kept dry, yes.
Then you are forgiven, Janet. Now you'll just pass the cheese.
Yes, Doctor. Oh, by the way, did you know that Jimmy Stoll is back?
Is he now?
I saw him on my way home.
And doubtless he greeted you unabashed.
Oh, yes. Good afternoon, he said, quite respectfully.
So I should hope. Though it would have taken audacity for him to greet you at all.
Aye, he's a comical lad. Excuse me, Dr. Cameron, I'll go for the coffee.
That's funny.
What do you find funny?
Our new patient, the transient one. He was staying with the Stolls.
Was he now? Can you describe him to me?
A young man of about 20, neat, about 5'6".
Slight build, fair hair.
Yes. Why, do you know him?
It will have been Jimmy Stoll.
No, his name is Marshall. He had a scratch on his leg. Said it was done by a bayonet.
Vainglory, imaginings, lies. It was Jimmy Stoll. It's the same aimless, brainless lying that Jimmy Stoll has engaged in all his life.
Yes, but why should he deceive me? I mean, for what purpose?
Oh, that you'll have to decide for yourself. I am not equipped to understand the cause of such irrationality. You, fortunately, are the psychologist of this partnership.
Janet McPherson, you've worked wonders.
I had no notion there could be so much dirt.
Aye, Dr. Snoddy sleeps in his boots, I sometimes think.
Dr. Snoddy? Oh, it would be best if I did not know which houses they came from. Well, that's it. Now I must be going. Will we be walking to Arden House together?
I don't want to bother the doctor.
Did he not tell you to come every evening?
He did, but... Oh!
What is it?
The window. There was someone there, staring in.
Oh, who would do such a thing? You stay there. I'll go and have a look. No, but there's no one here. Oh, you must have been mistaken.
Maybe I was. I hope so. I hate being stared at.
Oh, well, come along now. We'll go to Arden House together. Just go and fetch your coat and we'll be off.
So when I saw so few people waiting, I waited too. It's the cut, Dr. Finlay. It's very itching.
Is it now?
I thought it might be inflamed.
Well, then I'd better have a look at it, hadn't I? Just let me get at the plaster.
Oh!
There. Now, let me see. Oh, it's almost healed. It was only a scratch, and it was not caused by a bayonet.
But, Doctor...
You are Jimmy Stoll, aren't you?
That's not my name now.
You mean it was your name once?
I changed it when I found I wasn't a Stoll. When I found that I was adopted. That I was born in Germany.
In Germany?
You remember, starve the Germans? Well, some of us were adopted instead.
And how did you find out?
I saw the adoption papers. I read them.
How do I know that you're not lying again?
I'll get them for you if you want.
And you are in the army?
I gave you my number, didn't I?
And you're on leave?
That's right. No plaster tonight.
No, no need.
Just because I can't pay you.
Now, look here. Now, don't you talk to me like that.
I want a plaster, I said.
All right. All right. If you must. Now, just sit down. There you are.
Thank you. My pay's being forwarded. I'll pay you then. Good night.
Well, that was an interesting finish to surgery, Dr. Cameron. I've just seen your Jimmy Stoll again.
He's not my Jimmy Stoll.
Oh, theirs either, apparently.
How so?
He says he's an adopted child.
Jimmy said that.
Well, if it's true, it could explain a lot.
Oh, it could.
There's the supper, Dr. Cameron. I hope you find it an improvement on the lunch.
Janet, just a moment. A question. How many children has Kevin Stoll?
Let me see now. 4. 2 boys, 2 girls.
And Jimmy is the eldest?
That's right, Doctor. He would be now 21.
Correct. I know it is correct because I brought him into the world. God forgive me.
Oh, Doctor.
I beg your pardon, Janet.
So he was lying again. Pathological liar, living in a fantasy world. Janet, do you know anything about the Stolls further back? The grandparents, I mean?
Not very much. Kevin, that's Jimmy's father, comes from the other side of Knox Hill.
And Mrs. Stoll?
Lizzie Calder, as she used to be. She was born here.
Ah, can you recall her parents?
Not well. He was a slow man, I remember. He worked on the road.
Slow, Janet? Do you think he was mad?
He was very, very slow.
Thank you, Janet.
Do you think you've proved something?
No, I'm not interested in proving anything. Early this evening, Jimmy Stoll lost his temper for no reason at all. And if I have to find out why he tells lies, I must ask questions.
And I shall have some questions to ask if your suppers get cold. And mind you, don't spill anything on that tablecloth.
Oh, Janet, Mrs. Laker was in earlier. I meant to tell you, her hand is improving. How did you manage it?
We came to an understanding. Excuse me, I have something on the range. So that's the first week over, Mary.
Aye, it is. I don't know how to thank you, Janet. You was...
There's no need for that. It's done me the world of good. I'm stronger for it, and a wee shade thinner, no doubt. Now, don't get flustered.
What?
Just continue talking while I get round to the door.
Why, Janet, what
Just
do
do as I say. No, I'd better not stay for tea, Mary.
Are you sure now?
Oh, quite sure. If I'm late again, the doctor... I thought as much.
Was there someone there?
Oh, we must remember to draw the curtains. It was the face at the window again.
Who was it?
Jimmy Stoll.
Jimmy Stoll. I might have guessed. He's mad, Did you know that?
No, you cannot say.
At least I've always thought so. Haven't you?
Aye, Dr. Snoddy, I agree it's unusual. Still, I'm glad you're able to help him. I don't see why my approval is sought. He is a professional man like us. Of course I know. Aye, thank you. Well, Dr. Finlay, I had no idea you were a genealogist.
I'm not.
I hear you've been checking on one family history at least.
Well, yeah.
You talked to Dr. Snoddy.
Very carefully, very discreetly.
Not discreetly enough. He is not pleased.
Why not?
The Stolls are his patients.
That's all except Jimmy. He's my patient.
You see now, that pleases you. Distresses me.
Our lists need filling, you said.
He was my patient once. The whole family were.
Why did they leave you?
They did not leave me. I discarded them.
Why?
I'm not anxious to discuss it. I am simply reluctant to add, well, what might be called ammunition to your store.
Well, it's something I should know.
Very well. It was about the 4th child.
The youngest son?
Yes. Andrew, this 4th child, is, in my opinion, mentally deficient. Not the congenital idiot of public pity, but so retarded that he should not be going to our local school.
No, but he does.
Yes, I urged his going to an open-air school. The family rejected my advice.
So you rejected them?
Oh, put your way, it sounds harsher than it is. They are not without skilled medical advice.
May I clear the table now, Dr. Gamble?
All right, Janet, go ahead.
Janet, you've been doing all our washing yourself?
How do you mean,
Well,
Dr.
with Mrs.
Finlay?
Laker not available, I thought you must have been...
She must have. Look at those hands.
I'll give you a lotion, Janet. It'll help soothe them.
Janet, let me see your hands. A good Samaritan. And we offer her baby lotion.
Samaritan?
You're not perceptive, Dr. Finlay. Janet, this was not caused by a single wash or even a double one.
You mean she's been...
Janet, you've been working at Mrs. Laker's tub, haven't you? Come on, woman. Admit it.
Good afternoon, Dr. Finlay.
Surgery opens at 6:30, Jimmy.
I know. I wanted to speak to you privately. Not a consultation.
I see. Come on, then. What is it?
It's a delicate matter. It's about Janet.
You mean Miss McPherson?
That's right, Miss McPherson. I wondered if you knew about her.
Knew what?
Miss McPherson is, well, lowering herself.
She's what?
Then you don't know.
I don't know why I'm wasting my time with you.
I'm fair, Doctor. I thought I'd come to you first.
Well, you have. Now, what is it?
Every day she goes to Mary Laker's.
That's right.
But do you know what she does there?
Yes.
You mean you...
I mean that you're a rogue as well as a liar, and you're stupid through and through.
Well, you can't say I didn't
I
want
can
you.
say what I choose. You're a liar, that I know. You're a rogue, that I believe. You are stupid.
Right.
Now, look. Here, put that down. Now, put it down, Jimmy. I'm warning you.
You bastard!
What on earth is going on?
Are you all right, Dr. Finlay?
He attacked me, Dr. Cameron. He just come flying at me.
Silent. Well, Dr. Finlay,
I was attacked with this inkstand.
and you struck back.
Yes.
You're against me. You're against me, all of you.
Shut up and tell me, if you can, why you came here today.
Because I thought you should know about Miss McPherson.
Well, you've told me. What happens next?
Nothing.
Oh, I see. So you go away now, do you?
That's right, Dr. Finlay. I've done my duty. And no hard feelings
What about?
about you hitting me without cause.
No hard feelings. By the way, has your pay been forwarded yet?
No, it's late. It'll be here tomorrow, the day after. Don't worry. I'll not forget your fee.
So Jimmy attacked you?
We're moving into violent terms. What's your advice now?
He will not attack you again, I think. You proved yourself the stronger.
But he will attack others.
That is probable.
Am I just simply to forget this? Am I simply to walk past on the other side?
Forebodings I can understand. I know the feeling. But you cannot give a label to it like a medicine bottle. You cannot predict.
No, but you can diagnose. You can see symptoms which, if you don't check them, will lead to rampageous disease.
And you see such symptoms in Jimmy Stoll?
I do.
Would you sign a certificate certifying him?
On the present evidence, no.
Then you can do nothing.
There must be something. Couldn't we persuade him, or maybe his parents, to enter him as a voluntary patient?
We'd never succeed. If you remember, I could not even persuade them to send that other boy to a specialized school.
We must try again. They must be made aware of the potential danger. I'm going to see his father first thing after lunch.
You needn't have come to my work, Dr. Finlay. I'd have brought you the money.
What money is that, Mr. Stoll?
The 5 shillings Jamie said you were nagging him about. Here it is.
Oh, it's not what I came for.
There it is, Dr. Finlay. In future, he'll have his wound dressed by Dr. Snoddy.
His wound? Mr. Stoll, have you seen it?
I've seen the bandage.
Well, he put it on himself. Mr. Stoll, can't you see? Don't you know in your heart of hearts that Jimmy tells lies?
He's a great imagination.
No, he lies, Mr. Stoll, with no reason.
He doesn't mean any harm. He just likes to boast a little.
Mr. Stoll, I'm concerned about your son. You must realize that he's not well.
He's never been fitter.
And what about his mind? Would you say that was healthy?
I don't say anything, and I don't want to. I've given you your money. Now leave us alone.
Well, you give me a hearing. Please.
No.
Then I'm sorry, Mr. Stoll, but I'm going to have to take other steps.
So he's been telling you all those yarns about the army, has he, Dr. Finlay?
Oh, you know him then, Sergeant Gilbey.
Oh, yes.
I thought, as the representative of the law, you must have come across him.
Not personally, Doctor, but I've heard all about the stories in the pub.
The stories, are they believed?
Of course not. They're all taken with a large pinch of salt. Everybody knows he's a comical lad.
Do they?
Dr. Finlay, is there something I should know?
That's the trouble, Sergeant. I'm not sure. It's just that with his heredity, his lying...
Is that all?
Oh, it's more than enough, believe you me.
Let me get this clear, Doctor. Are you officially asking me to do something about Jimmy Stoll, or just advising me to do something?
I don't know, Sergeant. I wish I did. Could you just keep an eye on him somehow?
I'll try to, but I've plenty to do already, as you know, Doctor. Now, if you could give me a reason...
I can't. I'm just afraid that Jimmy Stoll will give you a reason eventually.
When that happens, Dr. Finlay, it'll be too late. Oh, excuse me, Doctor. Tannochbury Police, Sergeant Gilbey speaking. Yes. I see. Yes, Yes, right, I'll be over right away, Dr. Cameron. It looks like I'll be coming back to Arden House with you, Dr. Finlay. Mary Laker's there in a state of shock. Somebody's lifted her savings.
Sergeant Gilbey, Dr. Finlay, come in, Sergeant. Dr. Finlay, you have a patient in the surgery. I would not be in too much of a hurry to get rid of him. We'll go in the other room for a moment, Sergeant Gilbey. Mrs. Laker is waiting.
Ah, hello, Jimmy. Thought it might be you. What is it this time?
I came to pay my debt, Dr. Finlay.
Oh, it's been paid.
I pay my own debts. I'll be wanting change.
10 shillings, eh? Your pay came then?
That's right. Never let you down, the senior service.
Oh, the senior service?
The Navy, what else? Oh, I know I told you it was the Army. It wasn't really.
Good evening, Jimmy. 10-shilling note. We are flush tonight.
My pay arrived.
Did it? Have you more?
Plenty.
I do not believe you. There was no more than 13 and 6 in the house. A poor washerwoman's house.
There could have been more.
And there could have been less. Was it worth the risk?
I only meant to borrow it.
And now you will give it back. Mrs. Laker, Sergeant Gilbey. Give me the rest, Jimmy.
You called, Dr. Cameron?
Mrs. Laker, this is your property. Jimmy has called and returned it.
Thank you, Dr. Cameron.
Like I said, I only meant to borrow it.
What about the damage to the lady's home?
I did nothing. That must have been somebody else.
Somebody else?
Yes, Sergeant. As a matter of fact, just as I was leaving, I saw a little old man. It could have been him.
All right. You come with me, my lad.
I'm innocent, you know.
That's what they all say.
But it's the truth, I swear it.
Good night, Dr. Cameron. Dr. Finlay.
Good night.
Good night, Doctor, and thank you.
He will get jailed, Dr. Finlay. And he deserves it.
Aye. Jimmy will get jail. More than once. He'll get more violent. And we can do nothing to prevent it. That boy will kill someone.
What do you suggest we do?
He must go to court.
We cannot go to court. No one would call us. The prosecution cares nothing for Jimmy's state of mind, and the defense. Can you see Jimmy or his father allowing you to suggest that the boy is mentally sick?
Oh, there must be something.
There is nothing. You can at most write to the prison doctor when you know where they are sending him.
And he'll pay no attention.
You must understand the prison doctor will already have in his care a surfeit of comical lads.
It must happen one day. Must come a time when people like Jimmy, people in whom one can predict violence, will be treated in time.
Perhaps the day will come, Dr. Finlay. But not in my lifetime. Nor, I fear, will it come in yours.
You've been listening to The Comical Lad, written by Elwyn Jones and adapted for radio by Pat Dunlop from the television series based on the characters created by A.J. Cronin and broadcast by arrangement with Graham Stewart. The cast was as follows: Dr. Cameron, Andrew Cruickshank; Janet, Barbara Mullen; Dr. Finlay, Bill Simpson; Mrs. Laker, Katherine Page; Henry Marshall, Ronald Herdman; Kevin Stoll, Gordon Faith; Sergeant Gilbey, Duncan McIntyre; McInnes, John Samson. The play was produced by Trafford Whitelock.